never Trumpers. It's like we got the left trying to bring the president. We got the rhino Republicans trying to bring down the president. Now we have the never Trumpers and former never Trumpers and still current never Trumpers trying to bring down the president. That New York piece is a hit piece, and you know what? You shouldn't be shocked because that's what they do. Those are the hit pieces that they do, man. These hit pieces are hit pieces like all the way back to Germany and Hitler. They are sympathizers. The New York Times is enemy sympathizers. They sympathize with the enemy, man, all the way back to Germany and Hitler. It's like this is great. This is so great, man. And Russia collusion. We're getting Russia collusion, man. We are getting to this Russia collusion happening. Like, really, Russia collusion's about to happen? What do you mean Russia collusion? This is something that's coming on this something. Oh, we got them. The never Trumpers want to think we got them. Former never Trumpers want to think we got them. They'll never understand. Trump is under assault. Trump is under attack. And they're too busy trying to position themselves like, how can we get the president? Did he slip up here? Oh, maybe he shouldn't have done that. Or maybe he shared information he shouldn't have shared. Or maybe he talked to someone he shouldn't have talked to. What the heck? These never Trumpers like, well, if I don't like Obama did it, then I'm not going to like it when Trump did. So I'm going to be objective. When he's being systematically taken down the way that Kavanaugh was trying to be taken out at the Kavanaugh hearings, then we have the never Trumpers and former never Trumpers wanting to position themselves to be like, hey, if he did something wrong, I got to calm down here. I can't sit there. I got to be neutral on this one, man. No, we got to take a stand. If you think this is wrong, what's happening to Trump, then you need to stand up to it. And you really not like certain aspects of what he did, or you think, oh, I don't think he should have done it, or maybe you wouldn't have done it because maybe you just don't agree with that and you think it's unethical. So you wouldn't have done it, in your opinion, like met with any Russians, or you wouldn't have done it, your campaign would have been run differently. Well, then find Ben Shapiro, find Jonah Goldberg, find Eric Erickson, find Bill Kristol, find David French, find Steve Dace, find all of you never Trumpers. But you know what? That's not what happened. Steve Dace and Eric Erickson and Jonah Goldberg, he's simply trying to get taken out of office. And you would be like, well, oh my God, if he done this, he needs to be taken down. Did what? What did he do? These lefticists wants to sit there and say he did something. You know what? Go listen to Mark Levin, because it's not about why you like Trump on every issue. It's not about why you think his character is great. I know you think it's got bad character. But you know what? His heart's in the right place. He means well with everything that he does. So who cares? Character is defined in many different ways. So he had sex with Stormy Daniels, so he paid off a porn star lawyer. I mean, you really think that, based on those lines of questioning, that George H.W. Bush's character is better? If that's how you're going to define it, when he said, read my lips, no new taxes, come on. That's not good either, but everyone's imperfect, everyone's frail, and they mess up. But Bill Clinton is the one that forced himself onto women. Trump never did it. Stormy Daniels asked Trump to pull his pants down. This is the thing, is that Bill Clinton, I get it. I wouldn't do the stuff that Trump does. Stormy Daniels is not okay. And, you treasure your wife and you don't get sex in the back. But you know what? It's not about whether you like Trump personally or whether you like him on every policy. You can debate, tariffs or the rationale for leaving Syria. But what are you doing, man? They're trying to bring the president down, and you got a bunch of never-Trumpers trying to score points. You got them trying to position themselves, like Mark Levin said in the Mark Levin show, type like, hey, I got him here, or he did something here, or they're trying to get him like, oh my God, this may be something. Or maybe, this is not okay. You know what? I hate this coverage, the way that they're covering it, from Eric Erickson to Ben Shapiro to Steve Dace to Jonah Goldberg to Pat and Stu. It's like, really? Eric Erickson and all these never Trumpers, man. David French. It's like, you know what? You may not like the president, especially Bill Kristol. He's the biggest never Trumper and still is a never Trumper. But you know what? Doesn't really matter. You know what? Oh, I like him sometimes. No, you don't like him no times. At least Trump. Maybe some of his policies, yeah. But the person doing it, you would never like. No times, no, not ever. That's why you can sit there and go to worst case scenarios, or you can see the worst case scenarios. And yes, you may, Ben Shapiro, sit there and say some mistakes the FBI is making in the investigation. And you may see how, shady they're being. But you still don't think Trump is clean here. You still think Trump's done stuff too. Trump's not clean in this operation. What do you mean? Trump didn't do anything wrong. Paying off, it's not a campaign contribution, paying off Stormy Daniels. What the hell is going on? What are they trying to get him on now? Like, this shit is so old, man. Let's move on. We got the business to deal with of the country, and we're being distracted with this. How is Trump supposed to deal with this? This is what they bring at the 11th hour on Friday night on the weekend when we got a government shutdown. We got a wall that's in question that we may not get to build because you got these stupid never Trumpers and Trumpers, and even Trumpers like Dan Bongino say, oh, you can't use a national emergency. You can't use national emergency. You know what? This is ridiculous, man. They don't understand the rules. They don't understand what it is for national emergency and the definition of national emergency. They're just sitting there and spitting anything. Listen to the top of Mark Levin's show. You can't use national emergency. This is a witch hunt. There's more investigations. It's a witch hunt. It's Mueller time. No, I don't think it's Mueller time. It's crap in the toilet time. And every time I do that, I think of Mueller. When I take a big dump in the toilet, I'm thinking of more coming out of my butt. You know what? This is a joke, man. This whole thing is a joke, man. And you never Trumpers want to position yourselves so you can sit there and take positions like Trump's fighting back. Oh, Trump's just supposed to stay out of it. What the investigation? Take care of itself because he's making things worse. Well, you shouldn't fight back, Ben Shapiro. You shouldn't fight back. Oh my God, you people is like, and then you got Steve Day saying and Glenn Beck saying and Pat and Stu saying he's a symptom, he's not the problem. But they're attacking him like he's the problem. Oh, he shouldn't do this, or he shouldn't do that. They're constantly quarterbacking, they're constantly micromanaging him, they're constantly critiquing and criticizing him. Oh, you should stay out of the kneeling controversy, but 2 days too late for the Charleston, Virginia thing of the Nazis. These never Trumpers I don't get it. Former never Trumpers. It's like they don't understand, man. This is crazy. What are they doing, man? They're saying, oh yeah, you should get involved in this, but not in that. Then they attack him. Well, he didn't he could have tried hard to fight to get rid of Obamacare. How much more fighting can he do? The Congress didn't want to get rid of Obamacare. And John McCain did the worst thing he could do, die in vain, when he sat there and voted against the skinny repeal. I get there's still a lot more that need to be repealed, but that was a stupid thing for John McCain to do. And then the funeral was another disaster. And then you also got these never Trumpers, former never Trumpers, current Trumpers saying, why didn't Trump do this 2 years ago on the border wall? Because you think Mitch McConnell and Paul Ryan would have done it 2 years ago? No. Because they don't want it either. He would have no more easier time. Even if you can say if you can say on principle grounds, because that was his lead issue, he should have done it 2 years ago. Maybe because that was his lead dog issue, yes, maybe he should have done it. But you know what? I ain't going to make a big issue out of it, though, however, because it wouldn't have mattered. They weren't going to help him pass it anyways, because they didn't want no more than the Democrats want. So you think it's easier? No, because Paul Ryan would have been just as obstinate as Chuck Schumer, and Mitch McConnell would have been just as obstinate as Nancy Pelosi. So you know what? It wouldn't have made no difference. So to sit there and act like it would have been better if they would have done it then, no, they still had opposition because they don't care. They didn't want this 2 years ago, no, they want it now. This is a joke. Everyone is just saying this because if they don't like it, well, too bad what they don't like, and I don't care what they don't like, because they need to realize that none of this matters. None of this matters because they don't want this, they never had want this, and they don't care. And you know what? I am so sick and tired of people saying, well, why didn't you do it together? Because none of them want it. Mr. McConnell would have killed it in the Senate, and Paul Ryan would have killed it in the House. This is something that no one wanted. And so have control of this, have control of that. It doesn't matter because no one wants it. No one wanted it. No one's going to push it. And so whether he did it 2 years ago or it doesn't matter, he's got to say about our opposition. Yes, for principled reasons, he probably should have done it 2 years ago. But how much of a difference that would have made? I agree with you, should have done it 2 years ago. But see, I'm not making a big deal about it either because it's like it wouldn't have made a difference. And so these never Trumpers want to present themselves, I'm a constitutionalist, I'm conservative. No, I'm a true principled person. I'm a true principled person because to me, I am someone that has the same positions no matter what. And I am someone that is purely principled. That's why I truly go on principle grounds. I vote for libertarians that are 60% in agreement with me. Or I vote for conservatives that are a little bit more in agreement with me. Those are the people I can vote for. The people I can't vote for are rhino Republicans and progressive Democrats. So now I told you the two types I can vote for. And so mine is in between there. And because mine's in between classical liberal, I agree with 60% of the time, or conservatives, I agree with about 80-90% of the time. That's the reason why I can wiggle right there. And that's the reason why I'm not a never Trumper, because I'm not a hardcore conservative like these never Trumpers. I don't agree with the conservatives on everything. Most things, yeah, but not everything. And, and so it's like, can live with classical liberal and just disagree with like abortion. I'll disagree with classical liberals. Gay marriage, I'll disagree with them. But I agree with them more than I don't, and so that's why I can still vote for them. It's like, it's your principles, not the other person's. But they still got to be in line with you at least 60% of the time, and then you just deal with the other 40%, you just disagree. But you know what? When you deal with what you have to deal with, then you can live with it, as long as they're still your principle for the most part, which is 60% is all the way till. But what I don't want is progressives in there and rhino Republicans in there. Classical liberals and conservatives I can live with. Conservatives a little more so, but classical liberals, if I have to, I can do. That's why I can vote for them, because they're 100% with me on physical stuff and 10% I agree with them on social stuff. But you know what? It is what it is, and you know what? We just deal with what we have to do. If I don't agree with them on anything, then I'm going to do everything I can to stop them. And progressives, I don't agree with them on really anything. So I have no choice but to vote for Republican now. And now that I'm explaining myself, this makes it clear why I can do what I can do and why I'm able to do what I can do. But I was not standing only by and have these never Trumpers continue to act like their principal, the former never Trumpers, saying that like their principal when they're sitting there like, well, I'm going to sit there and call it straight down the middle, man. Like, if there might be something here, man. If there's something here, I'm going to call it out. Like, what? This is a cabal. Like Mark Levin said, this is a cabal. And Mark Levin is the most conservative I know. He's the one I like out of everybody. He's the one I trust the most. I trust Mark Levin, man, and he's my favorite show going right now that's sticking it and keeping it to the point. The Steve Day show is nothing but garbage. Eric Erickson's show is nothing but garbage. The Jonah Goldberg podcast off the National Review is nothing but garbage. The National Review, you're the next publication that needs to go away. You're nothing but garbage. You're nothing but garbage radio, because you're just regurgitating the talking points to keep your anti-Trump going. That's the reason why they have you on all these stupid shows on CNN and MSNBC, because they want to use you to bash the president because you didn't vote for him. You know what? You're just being used as Democratic stooges, and just to sit there and bash the president. You guys can sit there and do what you want, but this is a cabal. And you discourage yourself, Steve Davis. You can say you're principled, you act like, oh, you're sentimentally principled. We're doing things wrong. Well, you know what? I got news for you. We need to put someone like Ted Cruz or Mike Lee and the inspiration of Reagan in there. I agree with you, and sometimes they may fall off their wagons, like with Ted Cruz and the Farm Bill, or Mike Lee and pulling out from Syria. I agree with him on that, but that is not a conservative position. But the thing is, we disagree, but it needs to be something to that degree if we can get it, of course. And even though I say I can live with classical liberalism, we need to still strive for Reagan as people if we can get it. But the thing is, we can't. We live what we can live with. Whether it works or not doesn't matter. The rhinos, the realignment, and the immigrants that are coming into this country illegally is what's causing us to have to go what we have to go with, because they're causing everything to go left. With the demographics and all the illegals. And you know what? You're running against your own interests, and then you're bringing it to Texas from California, or New York is bringing it to Florida. And then they turn Florida from red to blue to purple, because purple to blue, because that's what they're trying to do. In Texas, same thing. All these people that like California, they're going to Texas and bringing their values, so they're trying to turn Texas to blue. It's like, why are you doing that, man? So it makes it harder for a conservative to win. and too conservative. So we got to take a moderate over so we don't win. Like, I don't see how we're going to put a too conservative through, right? Because they won't get through the process. But it's not that easy. And then you get the Donald Trump was like, well, this ain't working, man. You can't keep voting and you can't keep doing the same things. You got to vote no. You got to vote no. And then maybe they'll get the message that only a true conservative like Mike Lee, Ted Cruz, and the inspiration of Reagan will do. Otherwise, no. If it's not Reagan like, you can't vote for him. Like, that's not going to work right now. Because if you settle for that, then you're just going to be like, hey, let's just take a ball and go home. Let's just not fight. Let's just let the left continue to do more damage to our country. That's exactly what they want you to do. See, this is the problem with the Republicans that I don't like about the Republicans. It's like, this is their kryptonite. This is the problem with them, is that there's things that they won't do. Like, this is like a bridge too far. Like, we're not doing this because, our principles won't allow us. We don't want to become the enemy that we despise. But if we don't, then we're never going to win, because this is the fact that the left is out for blood, they're out for keeps, and they're out to take our country down. The progressives are not playing games. How do you think Obamacare passed? Because the conservatives, well, they said, we don't care, this isn't our life. This is something we do, but our life is our family. So they wanted to go home to spend time with their kids. So they said they went home and spent time with their kids. And then there was son, because they wanted to spend time with their kids at home. They did not stay there to stop Obamacare. They could have filibustered, or they could have tried to argue people and try to persuade them not to vote for Obamacare, try to get them to say, this is bad, this is bad. But when all you hear is a bunch of drum beat from the left, because the Republicans, they have more important things to do, is going to their kids. They were able to hoodwink enough Republicans to vote for Obamacare, then now we got Obamacare. You know what? This is the thing. And now, you know what? We're not going to do this because we don't think we should. Because we don't like it. We're like, how the hell you got to be so like, oh, we can't do this. This is national security. We can't use national emergency. It's not a secure emergency. Man, we have to go against our principles. Man, we can't vote for that. And we can't support that. National emergency is not something we should use. Well, what's happening to the president is a disgrace. He can't do his job. You want to use national emergency. I don't see how the wall's ever going to happen, because they say you can't use national emergency. He's being brought down. He might be impeached. They're trying to impeach him. They might get him on this investigation. I don't know if Trump will survive for another term, even if he wants to run again. I don't know, man. This is like they're taking him out. Well, did an interview on Judge Janine. Well, he didn't go on there and I would say he didn't do it. Oh, come on. He didn't spy on anything. He didn't say he did it. I'm like, God, you can leave whatever you want to the Judge Janine interview. You can come all right and say, I had nothing to do, but I didn't, whatever. It's like, come on, man. This is word games they want to play. And now it's like, oh, there's a chance he might do it. Guess what? You're going to have, you're going to have Mr. Kibbles and Bits, those crazy bits. We love our Kibbles and Bits. And these stupid dogs, they'll feed and eat anything that's in front of them. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Jonah Goldberg will eat a bunch of Kibbles and Bits. I mean, hey, he eats like a dog because, you know what? He plays with his dogs so much. I think he's become a dog. I don't know. I mean, hey, he feeds the dogs the Kibbles and Bits so much. I think he just, when they thought it was people food, he started eating it. I don't know. The dog that he is, I mean, what a sleazy dog calling himself a journalist, is he? He's the next Bill Christo and the next Fred Barnes of the Weekly Standard. Yeah, I said it. National Review, you're the next Weekly Standard. You're a disgraced rag that's only good to wipe your ass with nowadays. I mean, there's few good, I guess, journalists at the rag, but most of them are just disgusting losers that, they don't know what the hell they're writing about. But you know what? This is crazy. You want to attack the president? Shame on you. Shame on you. You should be defending the president. This is wrong what the left's doing. But you're getting all in with them because, well, they may have something. Oh, this is wrong. I want to get points with the left and say, I'm principled. I'm not just supporting him because he's a Republican. I'm not tribal. I'm not supporting Trump just because he's a Republican. God, you know what Trump is? You disgust me. You're disgusting. Informing over Trumpers, you're disgusting too. You should be staying with the president. This last time you take him out, and you're going all in with the left. Shame on you. You should be ashamed of yourselves.